Hi there, and thank you for watching Your City in 5. I'm Ricky Saillas. Some major changes are headed to Northeast El Paso. City Council approved the bid to begin construction of the Northgate Bus Transfer Center. The transfer center will be located next to the old North Park Mall site and will be used for the Dyer Brio system and Sun Metro buses. It will include a plaza and two-level parking garage. The project will cost more than $10 million and construction should begin in the coming months. Meanwhile, Wren Avenue is getting a makeover to help traffic flow into the Northgate Transfer Center. Construction crews will begin work on the $1.9 million project on July 5th. Enhancements to Wren will be from Dyer to Shoppers Road and will include pedestrian walkways, landscaping, bike lanes, and lighting. The project is expected to be completed early next year. The city held a meeting for people with disabilities to hear their thoughts on how to make El Paso a more accessible community. Your City in 5 tells you more about this first-of-its-kind meeting held at the Convention Center.
We're really excited to be here. This is the first time El Paso is putting on an accessibility summit where we can come together, educate, inform, and kind of try to come up with ideas as to how to become more accessible and a more inclusive society.
This is going to be a positive collaboration on all of the different disabilities that that people are experiencing, the empowerment of their abilities, as well as awareness of what people with different disabilities are doing in their daily lives.
The city has been working with all the different groups. I would like to see more for the hearing impaired. Menus, that's starting to happen, menus that are in Braille, and we have people working with restaurants that will help make their menus in Braille because not everybody knows Braille.
I've noticed that the curb cutouts for wheelchair access have also improved. There are speaking elevators. I noticed that at the courthouse yesterday, as well as widened sidewalks.
We've made a lot of investments already, but we need to continue to make investments as far as accessibility for transportation, housing, in our neighborhoods, our streets. The mobility issues as far as those who are on walkers or wheelchairs, having curb cuts and things of that nature where they can move around and be more independent.
We want our participants to come, enjoy, first of all, the association with other members of the community, the partnership that we have with the city, and also we want them to come out enriched and with a sense of wanting to do more for the city to become more accessible and more unified. Anyone who wants to reach out to me with any concern about ADA or accessibility, please reach out to the 311 call center or the EP311 app. And any item related to accessibility will end up with me.
Those who attended say they're glad the city held the meeting. The city is planning on holding another one next year. In other happenings, more options for travelers who want to head out to California from the El Paso International Airport.
I'm excited right now to announce that Allegiant Airlines will now have a nonstop to Oakland.
Mayor Oscar Leeser announced that the airline is expanding its service to Oakland. This is the third announcement Allegiant Airlines has made in less than a year in El Paso. The low-cost carrier currently flies to San Diego, Las Vegas, and Orlando. Beginning in September, the airline will provide nonstop services to Oakland, California. July is National Parks and Recreation Month, and the city of El Paso is celebrating in a big way. A superhero-themed proclamation started the month-long recognition that includes dozens of activities at various parks and rec centers across the city. Here's what's planned: outdoor concerts, overnight campouts for kids, Zumba classes, softball and kickball tournaments, as well as volleyball and table tennis tournaments. Several activities are also planned for seniors, and get this, all of these events are free. Parks and Rec Month also includes the summer concert series that brings live outdoor music to various parks across the city. An Independence Day celebration and concert is being held at San Jacinto Plaza on July 3rd. The event is free and everyone is welcome. All these activities and events can be found at elpasotexas.gov. Well, it wouldn't be the 4th of July without fireworks. For the first time in 5 years, El Paso residents can light fireworks in the county. There is not a ban on fireworks this year because the county is not in a drought. But remember, fireworks still remain illegal in the city.
No firework cannot be fired within the city limits. And that includes sparklers. To this date, sparklers are still considered part of that packet of what is a firework.
For safety reasons, the fire department urges everyone not to light fireworks. Instead, visit a fireworks show on the 4th. Music Under the Stars will host their annual 4th of July spectacular at the Chamizal. The event is free. Fireworks can also trigger fear in our four-legged friends. It's actually the most common day of the year for pets to disappear, and according to the American Humane Association, more dogs go missing during the week surrounding the 4th than any other time. The Animal Services Shelter says the day after the 4th of July is typically their busiest because many pets flee when they hear the loud booms, lights, and smell of fireworks.
These animals can be frightened from what they're normally used to doing. They may hide in the backyard, but what we're more concerned about is those that get loose and start running in order to try and find someplace where they feel they'll be safe.
Animal Services has these tips to keep your pet safe. Keep pets indoors. If they have to be outdoors, keep them on a leash. Also talk to your vet. There are medications that can keep your pet calm. It's also best to have your pet microchipped in case they go missing. If they do go missing, call the Animal Services Shelter to see if they're there. The number is 212-7297. Before you fire up the grill this 4th of July, the Department of Public Health wants to make sure your celebration isn't cut short by a foodborne illness. Your City in 5 correspondent Armando Saldivar explains.
They're the sights and sounds of summer, but before you sink your teeth into a summer barbecue, health officials want to make sure you get a taste of outdoor grilling safety.
One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is that they don't cook their foods properly, especially beef or meats. You should be using a thermometer to make sure that beef is cooked to 145 degrees at least, chicken 165 degrees, and any ground meats between 160 and 165.
And it's not just heat that can get you in trouble. Chilling foods properly is critical, especially in the summer. Refrigeration is usually recommended within 2 hours, but under the summer sun, that time is cut in half to 1 hour.
You need to make sure that you separate items such as drinks, vegetables, and meats. So the best thing to do is to use different ice coolers for each item.
Not following this advice could make you one of the 48 million people who get sick every year from foodborne illness. And the best advice is the simplest.
Cleanliness is very important. They need to be making sure they're washing their hands and cleaning any food contact surface often, such as utensils, cutting boards. Say you have something cooked and then you put it back into a plate that had juices from raw meat, you're going to contaminate it and you'll get sick. There'll be a probability that you'll get sick.
With this recipe for a happy and safe 4th of July, I'm Armando Saldivar for your City in 5.
The Department of Public Health is also reminding you to avoid getting bitten by mosquitoes during the holiday weekend. It's part of the Zero Zika campaign, and at this time there are no known cases of Zika in El Paso, and department officials want to keep it that way. You can help by using insect repellent that contains DEET, and be sure to drain standing water both inside and outside your home. For more information on how you can help prevent mosquitoes and the diseases they carry, visit ephealth.com. You can save a life this holiday weekend by adopting from Animal Services. The shelter is at capacity, and to save more lives, pets that are already spayed and neutered are free. For more information, visit the shelter on Fred Wilson. And finally, if you want to learn more about Pablo Picasso, the Museum of Art is the place to be. There are 2 new exhibits that showcase the life and art of Picasso. The exhibits are free and open to the public through September. Before we go, a reminder to clean up your trash if you're celebrating the 4th of July at a city park. And when it comes to trash, the Environmental Services Department is asking everyone to clean out their gray garbage and blue recycling bin every now and then to get rid of funky smells. Well, that's all the time we have for now, but remember, you can find out more about our great city by visiting our website, elpasotexas.gov. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. From all of us here at the City of El Paso, we want to wish you a happy and safe 4th of July. For now, I'm Ricky Saillas for your City in 5.